A new chapter in the global drone arms race has just begun. At the ILA Berlin air show, Boeing pulled back the curtain on a machine that could redefine air combat for the next 2 decades. This isn't a concept. This isn't a model on a stage for show. This is the Block 3 MQ-28 Ghost Bat, and it just became the most dangerous uncrewed combat aircraft on the planet. The announcement came directly from the program's global director, who stood before international media and made a statement with massive implications. This aircraft is being offered to Germany, not as a future possibility, as a current proposal with production timelines already locked in. This is the 3rd iteration of design now, and we are on point to build out our first aircraft next year, he said. Those words alone confirm that the era of collaborative combat aircraft has moved from experimentation to deployment. In this video, we analyze the MQ-28 Ghost Bat Block 3, Boeing's most advanced autonomous combat drone, and why its newly revealed capabilities could shift the balance of air power across NATO, the Indo-Pacific, and beyond. To understand why Block 3 matters, you need to understand where the Ghost Bat came from. Developed by Boeing Australia, the MQ-28 was designed from the outset as a loyal wingman, a drone built to fly alongside crewed fighters, extending their reach, their sensors, and their firepower while keeping pilots out of the most lethal threat zones. Block 1 and Block 2 variants have already logged more than 150 test sorties across Australia and the United States. 8 Block 1 aircraft serve as pre-production prototypes, while 9 Block 2 drones are now in production, viewed as the bridge to full operational capability. Block 3 is that capability realized. The first major revelation is size. The Block 3 airframe features a wing 25% larger than its predecessors. Combined with a thrust increase from 10,000 pounds to 12,000 pounds, this isn't a minor refinement, it's a structural leap. The exact method behind that thrust increase remains undisclosed, but the implications are clear. More wing area and more power translate directly into more payload. Specifically, an additional 2,000 pounds of capacity for fuel, weapons, or mission systems, giving commanders the flexibility to configure each aircraft for the mission at hand, whether that means extended-range strike operations or maximizing weapons carriage. But the most strategically significant change is hidden inside the fuselage itself. For the first time, the Ghost Bat now incorporates internal weapons bays, a pair of them built into each side of the aircraft's slab-sided body, and what they can carry should alarm anyone tracking the future of air combat. Each bay is capable of holding a single AIM-120 AMRAAM, a beyond visual range air-to-air missile, or 2 small-diameter bombs, either the GBU-39 or the GBU-53 Stormbreaker precision-guided munition. This makes the Ghost Bat the first collaborative combat aircraft ever confirmed to carry AMRAAMs internally. Think about what that means. A low-cost, attritable drone that can now engage enemy aircraft at range without compromising its stealth profile. Boeing has already validated the aircraft's radar cross-section with internal stores loaded, confirming that this drone remains difficult to detect even while armed for a fight. According to Boeing's Phantom Works Australia director, the combination of platform capability, stealth characteristics, and advanced autonomy gives air forces an unprecedented ability to extend mission reach and operational flexibility. In plain terms, this drone can sneak in, strike, and get out without giving away its position. And the weapons don't stop there. Block 3 retains 3 external hardpoints, at least one of which has already been combat tested in a live engagement, a target drone shot down using an AMRAAM fired from the Ghost Bat itself. With the increased thrust and wing area, analysts now believe a single Block 3 aircraft could carry as many as 5 AMRAAMs, or a mixed loadout combining air-to-air and air-to-ground munitions. This transforms the Ghost Bat's role dramatically. It is no longer just a sensor platform or a strike asset. It is now a credible air-to-air shooter, capable of defending high-value assets like tankers and early warning aircraft, or operating as a force multiplier alongside crewed fighters in contested airspace. The implications of that shift are enormous. For decades, air forces have relied on a relatively small number of expensive fighter aircraft to establish air superiority. But the Ghost Bat introduces a different equation. Instead of sending a single manned fighter into danger, commanders could deploy multiple autonomous wingmen that spread across the battle space, share targeting information, and engage threats independently. Every enemy aircraft forced to react to a Ghost Bat is one less aircraft focusing on the crewed fighters behind it. Beyond firepower, Block 3 introduces a capability that fundamentally changes how this drone can be used, beyond line-of-sight control. Until now, Ghost Bat operations depended on direct control links from a ground station, a ship, or a crewed aircraft nearby. With BLOS communications and a satellite link option, the MQ-28 can now be commanded from anywhere on Earth. Combined with a range exceeding 2,000 nautical miles, this drone can now conduct fully independent operations far beyond the reach of its controllers and maintain resilience even in heavy electronic warfare environments where signal jamming threatens to sever control links entirely. According to Boeing, these upgrades are not theoretical. They are the direct result of operational feedback from air forces actively integrating CCAs into joint force operations, meaning the lessons learned in testing are being converted into combat-ready features in real time. There's also a modular design element that deserves attention. The entire nose section of the Block 3 can be swapped out, allowing for different sensor payloads depending on the mission. Boeing is reportedly developing 3 to 4 alternative sensor configurations, meaning a single airframe could be reconfigured for reconnaissance, electronic warfare, or strike roles simply by changing its nose module. Now, why Berlin? Why now? The answer lies in a high-stakes competition unfolding across Europe. Boeing's partnership with German defense giant Rheinmetall, announced earlier this year, positions the Ghost Bat as a contender for Germany's emerging CCA requirement, with potential delivery to the Luftwaffe by 2029. Rheinmetall's CEO has indicated that if Germany wants these aircraft by that date, contract negotiations will need to enter their final stage within the next year. The clock is ticking, and Boeing is not the only one racing toward the finish line. ILA Berlin revealed just how crowded and how serious this competition has become. Airbus unveiled a full-scale model of its Ravenstorm combat drone, designed for air-to-air combat, strike missions, and electronic warfare. Airbus is also pitching a Europeanized version of the American MQ-28A Valkyrie as a lower-cost, runway-independent alternative. From the United States, General Atomics displayed its Gambit family drone and confirmed active discussions with German officials. And in perhaps the most striking development, German company Helsing revealed its CA-1 Europa drone, a design that bears a striking resemblance to the Ghost Bat itself, with both kinetic and electronic attack variants planned to support Germany's future Eurofighter EK fleet. Even amid this fierce competition, the Ghost Bat holds one advantage no rival can currently match: a confirmed customer. Australia has committed to the Block 3 standard, with plans to upgrade earlier aircraft to match. Boeing's program director stated that the Royal Australian Air Force will field the MQ-28 in 2028 and expressed confidence that it will become the first operational collaborative combat aircraft anywhere in the world. Adding another layer to this story, Boeing has now begun flight testing the Ghost Bat from the U.S. Navy installation in California. Officially, the goal is to demonstrate maturity and support export efforts, but the timing raises an obvious question. Is this also a signal of growing U.S. military interest in a platform originally developed for an allied air force? What's certain is this: the collaborative combat aircraft race is no longer a future concept. It is happening now, accelerating fast and reshaping the assumptions air forces have built their strategies around for decades. The Ghost Bat's evolution into a stealthy, long-range, internally armed, satellite-controlled combat drone marks a turning point not just for one aircraft program, but for the very nature of air warfare itself. The question now is not whether autonomous combat aircraft will fly alongside human pilots in future conflicts. That much is settled. The question is, which nations will field them first? Which will be left playing catch-up? And what happens when machines like the Ghost Bat are no longer experimental, but are armed, networked, and ready for war?